Hello and welcome to the Snowman. We're going to go over how to be painting a white object with watercolor. Please like and subscribe to this video to check out more of my videos that I have coming up. Let's get started on the snowman. But when it comes to painting snowman, it can be kind of tricky and honestly pretty intimidating. But all you got to just know is you have to start light. And I like to mix up a nice gray color. I'm going to scoop up this color in my palette. I like to do a nice blue gray color. So I'm going to grab my indigo. And then I'm going to grab a little bit of black, just a hair, and then a ton of water. If you go too dark, it's just not going to look great. So start off light. So I'm going to come around with this blue-gray highlight here. I'm going to focus on the edges, so that way we can just give our snowman a nice curve. Get rid of everything on your brush, and you'll see here there is a harsh line. You're going to blend out this harsh line with water, and you're going to keep doing that until it is faded to a color that you're happy with. Another way you can do this is the wet on wet technique, but I think this way is funner. And that's when you basically just cover the whole area of the snowman with some water, and then you can just let it softly bleed, but I like doing it this way. And even towards the bottom, you can add a little bit of shadow underneath the scarf. And now we can come in different areas around the belly right here and just shadow different points, but not covering all of it. It's really important that you leave some white space, which is just the paper to shine through. That will give you that nice effect that there is a white object. And even for the face, I'm going to come around different edges here to really just play with the fact that this is a curved object, blending out the harsh line. I keep dipping my brush in murky water. I have clean water here, but for whatever reason, I'm going for the other one. I'm going to blend it out. Add a little bit of shadow up top here. I can even add a little bit of shadow underneath its nose, its little eyes, even little buttons. Okay. I'm going to let this dry before I can do anything else. And now basically I can come in and start decorating. I don't want to go full black for the buttons. I just went for a little bit of a gray. And I'm just going to do a loose little circle here, loose little circle for the eyes. I can do a little smiley face. And then I can mix up a bit of an orange. For the nose. And I just scooped up with a damp brush. I had a ton of orange there. So I just tapped it with a damp brush and I absorbed that extra water that was there. So the next thing I'm going to do is paint my little scarf. So this time I'm going to do a very similar technique. I'm going to come in with a nice red, a nice festive color for my snowman here. And again, we're still doing that wet on dry technique where we're applying a wet surface of paint onto a dry surface. I'm going to get rid of everything on my brush and I'm going to scoop. Just what I did for the nose. Scoop and it just lifts up that extra paint. I'm also going to mix a little bit of a shadow color here. It just touched the edges. Or I can just come in with a little bit more of a vibrant red and let that spread, touch different points. Skip one more time. Okay, and then we can do brown for his little hands using the very tip of your brush. So as long as you're going nice and light with the blue here, you'll be able to paint a snowman no problem. I'm going to come in with the wet on dry technique. This is how you create depth and dimension and some details. And while this is still wet, I'm going to come around, just add a little bit more orange to this nose here. I can even come in and add some fine details with this technique on the eyes so it doesn't look so flat. And if you really want to get creative, you don't have to do this part if you're happy with how it came out. We can even do a second layer and just let this snowman pop. Just don't forget to blend. There we go. There is my little snowman. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Check out my other videos that I have, and happy painting.